Hello children, how are you all doing? Good? You should do good. On top of the world, always smiling and happy, cheerful. This is what is for you. You should show all such expressions which will be positive for you, good for you. So, coming to your lessons, already you have seen the previous chapter, lesson 6, waste management. I don't know how much you have grasped from it and you are following those things which I told you. Many of you all have not done the activity which I gave you to make something, at least 2 items with the waste materials which you feel can be reused at home, or you can make it into something different, new, better. After having the Google Meet with your parents, then 2-3 students have sent. But all these things are going to be counted, and whatever activity work is there in your progress report, it will be mentioned there. Not submitted, not done, does always, or sometimes, or usually. Such type of grade you will get then. So children, in class 3 you studied about the lesson related to occupation, the works we do. In this lesson also we have the works we do. There you had seen different occupations. Here you will see the occupations, and you will also see that why we follow such occupations. Now first, before I take up the lesson, I want to ask you one question, children. Every day you are having food, your books are bought for you, you go to the market, buy so many things, your fees paid, and so many other things. How do you do it when you go out for buying anything? What you do, how you get it? You buy it, no? How? You pay money, isn't it? Then only you get all the things. But that money which you are paying comes from where? Someone is not giving that money to us. Oh, you go and do shopping, you buy whatever you want, you celebrate your birthday. No, it is your father's hard earned money. He goes out to work in office, in factories, or has his own shop, and this is how he earns the money. He gets the money after sweating. Followed? So that sweat is his hard earned money. That sweat which comes out when he works. For a little while also, when we do some work, we start sweating. We get tired. Have you ever thought that your father and those whose mothers are also working, have you ever thought that they also have to sweat and earn that money. They have to work so hard, and we are wasting the money. That hard earned money, we are wasting. That money is spent on your education and you don't want to study. You don't want to learn anything. You don't want to write anything, whatever the teachers are telling you. So it means you are not respecting your father's hard-earned money. The occupation that he is following is based on his education or his interest in what he's very much liking. He took up that occupation. And that's why today you will find many people in different occupations. The reason choosing occupation is many. And that is what we are going to see in this lesson. Why people choose a particular occupation, the reason. So many factors are there which have some effect on us and we choose that occupation. So to explain to you everything, I am making the video and you will see it. For it to show you different things, I'm going to take you to the screen. You will watch many things there. But always remember, be good to others. Follow all the norms. People are taking the things very lightly. Coronavirus spreading far and wide in our country. And you don't know from whom we can get it. Followed? So stay away from people. Don't go close. Don't shake hands with anyone. Wash your hands regularly. All these things we have to be very careful at this point of time when we feel that everything is okay, nothing can happen now. No. This is the time we have to be very careful. When people start thinking that nothing is going to take place now, nothing will happen. So now, to show you this lesson, I'm going to take you to the screen and this lesson will be explained in two parts. The first part I'm taking up now and then later on the second part. So over to the screen now and keep rocking always. So children, look at the screen now. Welcome to lesson 7, the works we do, part 1. Means I'm going to take up this lesson in two parts. First part I'm taking up now and second part after few days again I will take up. Key points in this lesson we are going to see in the first part: different occupations, occupations in earlier times, migration of farmers, bamboo, raw material, influence of land and climate on occupation. You enjoy participating in various activities in the school like drawing, paper folding, singing, embroidery, toy making, pot painting, etc. All these activities provide fun and basic knowledge about some occupations that you may take up later on. So you see, these are all the activities that we all teach you in the school. Different teachers teach you different activities and you learn up these activities. But sometimes these activities, so much impact they have on you that you take one of these activities as your occupation. You make it as your occupation. So painting, paper folding, you can see, and singing, and some more things that you learn, many more things other than your subjects, main subjects. You learn many other things in the school. See what all things they are doing. Making something with paper, cutting, folding, sticking, and doing embroidery, making toys and pottery, coloring the pots, painting the pots. Followed? An occupation is a meaningful task that is undertaken to earn livelihood. Every day, as I told you, we need money to buy so many things to fulfill all our needs, and that money comes from where? From your father. When he earns the money, he goes and he does work and then he gets the money and he provides you with all the necessary things, isn't it? So that occupation which we do, for what we do? For providing all the necessary things which we need in our daily use. Food, clothes, school, everything you need money. Market you go, films you go to see, shopping you go, for everything. That's our livelihood. For that we are earning the money. So it's a meaningful task, means very useful task which we do to earn money. Now we are going to see different occupations and professions like skilled. Electrician, barber, plumber, tailor. You can see electrician, barber, tailor. And some more occupations which we need some skill, some sort of small training, and we become little expert in that. So that's skilled occupation. Then unskilled occupation: rickshaw puller, vegetable seller, hawker, porter. You can see rickshaw puller, vegetable seller, hawker, porter. All these professions, these occupations do not need any education or particular training. You can only see these things and learn it up. Professional. Now, these occupations, they need proper education and they need training. So you have to go to a proper school, college, and wherever you get the training, there you have to go. Then only you can become a doctor, a teacher, an engineer or scientist. So all these are professional occupations where we need education and proper training. People take up different occupations when they grow up. Most people choose an occupation related with their favorite childhood activity or interest in their parents' occupation. So, when you will grow up, you also will take up some occupation, and that occupation either you will choose with your favorite childhood activities which you liked, maybe drawing, painting, sports, embroidery, tailoring, whatever things you liked in your childhood. Maybe you liked science subject so much, maybe you liked some other subject which is very favorite subject of yours, and you will choose according to that favorite activity of yours. You will choose your occupation when you grow up. And some children, they follow those occupations which their parents are already following. Many people choose an occupation on the basis of special skill they have. Sometimes we have some special skills. From our childhood, we learn up those skills and we become very expert in it. And we take up such occupation like singing and all. And some of us take up occupations because of our educational qualifications which we have. So if you are well educated, you will take up some occupation related to your education. And training, maybe whichever training you have done, you will take up an occupation according to that, such as painting, singing. These are based on special skills that you have, and then you take a proper training in singing and painting and you take it up as an occupation. Designing and joining the army. All these things we do when we go for a proper education and take up proper training. Followed? The choice of occupation also depends upon the availability of some raw material and the type of landform where they live. Now, you see, what is raw material? Raw material is that substance from which we make something else. Like you can see, these are all raw materials. This is limestone, we make cement out of it. So this is the raw material for making cement. Cotton, we make cotton cloth. So this is the raw material for making cloth, cotton cloth. Then this is iron ore. It is used for making iron and steel. So this is the raw material for iron ore. This is sugarcane. We use this for making sugar. So this is the raw material for sugarcane. Then these are all oil seeds, sunflower, mustard seeds and soybean seeds and many more. We make oil out of these seeds. So these are all raw materials with which we make something else, some other product we make out of these raw materials. In earlier times, farming was the main occupation of the people. Many occupations were dependent upon farming, like the blacksmith made tools for the farmer and the potter made pots for storing grains. So right from the beginning, when we see main occupation in India was farming. Then based on this farming, some other occupations also came up in the village, like the farmers needed tools for farming. All these are the tools. So they went to the blacksmith. Blacksmith's occupation started in the village. Then for storing the grains, pots were needed. So they went to the potter made the pots. So this is how the occupations depended on farming. Over a period of time, many farmers gave up farming and migrated to cities and towns in search of jobs. Now, after many years, farmers, they left their job. What they did? They left their job, gave up farming. They left farming and went to the cities. They migrated, moved to the cities. Why? There were so many reasons behind them moving to the cities. And after going to cities, they did many different types of jobs in order to fulfill the needs of their families. They started working in factories, pulling loads and rickshaws. Now, though they were not educated, but still they got some low type of jobs in the factories. Then they pulled rickshaws and heavy loads also. And some of them worked in dhabas also. Dhaba is a place where we go to eat something. You see, we go to restaurants and all when we want a change. In our food, we go to the restaurant and we eat, order something and we eat. But dhabas are very small places where people get food, especially the truck drivers who are driving the trucks on the road and motorists and all. They need food on the way. So where they will get food, how much food they can carry? Long distance they have to drive their trucks and go. So they stop at these dhabas and they eat. So many people are required to do jobs in the dhabas for cooking, for serving, for washing the plates. So all such type of jobs, these people who went from the village, they took up. Understood? Do you know, many farmers gave up farming and migrated to cities and towns in search of jobs due to low income from small land holdings. It was not enough to support their families. You see, why farmers left farming and moved to cities? The reason was that now their farms became very small. On its own, it did not become small. It means their families, members increased. First, only husband and wife were there, then children were born. Then those children grew up and they got married, their children came. So now, first only 2 members were there and now 6 to 8 members are there. So whatever land they had was very now small for them to fulfill all their needs, food and all other things what they require to buy. That was not supporting them. That income was not sufficient for them. It was very less. So from that small land what they had, they could not earn enough money. So they went to the cities to get more money, to earn more money. But they could not get very good jobs over there. It was not enough to support their families, means whatever land they had, that was not enough to support their families. When many farmers migrated to cities, their women folk took over the farming. And now the women were left in the village. So they took up the farming work. And they did many things, worked very hard in order to earn money for their family members. Along with their traditional occupations of rearing animals, weaving pottery and basket making, means they were doing farming, plus with farming they did some other old occupations of theirs like taming animals, making cloth at home, cotton cloth, weaving is that only, then pottery, basket making. They tamed the animals, got the milk from the animals and sold it to earn money, made cloth for themselves, made baskets for selling and earning money, and even they made pots. And that these activities supplemented the family income. in addition to what their husbands were earning, their contribution also was added up. Whatever they earned, they used for the family. Do you know, in earlier times, many jobs were expected to be done either by boys or girls. All of y'all are in the new generation now. You don't know all the old things which used to take up in earlier days. The girls were meant for particular jobs only. They were only chosen for some girlish type of jobs, and boys were chosen for their physical activities based on that. They were so strong, and that's why they could do the manly type of jobs. So for that reason, the men were doing all the different types of jobs compared to the girls. But now there are no gender specific occupations, as girls are flying aeroplanes, driving taxis, etc. Now nobody can say that this job is meant only for boys, because the girls are working as engineers, architects, lawyers, scientists, flying aeroplanes, in the army, and also driving the taxis. So they are earning money through this. Boys are cooking and designing dresses. Like how for girls, they are also doing all the jobs which the boys are doing, the men are doing. The same way, the men are also doing those jobs which people thought only the ladies can do. Only the girls can do that job. Women can do. No. There is nothing fixed for particular gender, male or female. So you will find in the best of the restaurants, best of the hotels, what we see, you will find the boys are chefs there. They are cooking, and they are the best cooks. You will find all the dresses that we wear, most of the men are designing those dresses. They are the designers. So men are doing that job which were considered as job done only by women. So there is no such type of gender jobs. All can do any type of job. Now the next thing which plays a big role in choosing the occupation is the availability of raw material plays an important role in the occupation of the people. Whichever raw material is available in the area where we are living, most of the people, based on the raw material, whatever jobs are available, they take up that. So like you see, for example, the life of people of Mizoram revolves around bamboo as it grows in abundance there. Abundance means too much, in excess. In Mizoram, what is growing? Bamboo. And that's why their life goes right all around this bamboo. Whatever things they use, they eat, it's all revolving around bamboo. You can see the map of India, and this part is Mizoram. This is Mizoram, only Mizoram. This is India. From this part, you can see small part is Mizoram. So bamboo is growing in excess over there, too much, abundance. And that's why they make their houses with bamboo, sit on bamboo chairs. These are the chairs made of bamboos. See the houses made of bamboos. Everything that they are using is of bamboo only. They eat bamboo sprouts. Like how we are eating so many green leafy vegetables, no? Your mummy makes so many leafy vegetables, leaves, which are they call it saag also in Hindi. Same way, from the bamboo, sprouts are coming out, new leaves, and that new leaves are used to cook, to eat. And they eat bamboo sprouts from a bamboo bowl. This is the bamboo bowl made of bamboo. With bamboo chopsticks, these long thin sticks which you can see, they are called chopsticks. Even the Chinese use the chopsticks to eat chow mein and noodles and all these things. So these are chopsticks. So everything made of bamboo. Bamboo handicrafts are in great demand in India and abroad. These are all handicraft made of bamboo. The bamboo tree, out of that all the bamboo tree branches and the stem, they are cut and made into beautiful items, handicrafts they are called. Why? Because they are made of they are made by hand, and they are in great demand not only in India but also abroad in foreign countries. Now next is landform. Many of the jobs are depending on the landform and climate. The landform and the climate of a place also influence the choice of occupation. Whichever land we are living, you see these are the landforms of India. We see landforms everywhere, mountains and deserts, valleys and plains, plateaus, coasts too. These are the different landforms that we are having in India, and wherever we are living, that area, whichever job is available in that land, we choose our occupation according to the land. And climate is what? If we are living in a mountain region, then very cold it is. So such type of jobs are there which will not affect the people, or which will go on throughout the year. Inside the house, inside their houses, they do certain jobs in order to earn their money, because it is snowing too much. So these are, see, different landforms. Mountains, flat lands are plateaus, but highland, flat highland. Followed? These are mountains and hills. Plateaus, these are the plateaus. And then very flat plain land is called a plain. Flat it is. And below the plain or below the land, we have sea level. So we have coasts. Different types of landforms are there, rivers and mountains and plateaus. And whichever area we are living, whatever job or whatever factories are built according to the climate and land, people work accordingly. That's why their occupation is depending on landform and climate. Now you see, children, Gujjars are the gypsies of Himalayas. In winters, these nomads move down to green pastures from the snow-covered mountains with their flocks of sheep and goats. They live on the money they earn from selling milk, wool, etc. So Gujjar is a type of tribe, you can say. The Gypsies, the Banjaras we say in Hindi, they belong to the Himalayas, Himalayan region. They live there. But when it is winters, it becomes very cold and starts snowing. So they have so many flocks of sheep and other animals which need grass. All the grass and all is covered with snow, so they have to move towards the areas where it is not snowing. So they move for few months to those areas where there are green pastures, green grasses where it is growing for the cattle and all. That is called the pasture land. So these are the Gujjar community. You can see they are moving with their cattle, with their animals, flocks of sheep and goats and other animals also they are having, like cows and buffaloes. So that was the end of part 1, children, and I will take up this lesson again after a few days and complete it. Till then, you watch the video and please subscribe, press the subscribe button, the bell, and put your likes, your comments, and keep doing all your work sincerely. As your parents in the meeting have said, many of you are not taking studies seriously because you are in the home. You are having fun, playing all the time, watching the other things in the mobile. When parents give you the mobile to watch the videos, to see your lessons, you put your mobile to some other place, maybe the games or maybe some other channel. You open and start seeing those things, which is very, very wrong. Parents are trusting you and teachers are also trusting you, and you are not obeying them. So it's not good, because when school opens, whenever it opens, 2 months, 3 months, whenever it opens, then you will have a tough time completing all your work. So that's why I have become very strict now. I want to see your work every time in the group. Whenever I give you any work, you must do the work and send me in my WhatsApp. And always remember that your elders are there to guide you, and they are the ones who want you to become something good. But from your heart also you must feel that without education you cannot survive. Then you will not get good jobs and you will have to depend on your parents even when you grow up, on their hard-earned money. So if you want to support your parents when you grow up, so start studying from now, take studies seriously and do all the good things. Be good to others and listen to all the videos, to all the lessons which teachers are sending to you, all the study materials which teachers are sending to you. Read those. Reading is very important, and improving handwriting also. Many of y'all are not improving your handwriting, and in the notebook, single line notebook you are writing, please leave one line and write. Your cursive handwriting is not good at all. Please watch the cursive handwriting tutorials also and follow that. So, I'll call it a day now, and we'll take up this next lesson, the next part of this lesson. So for timing, be always obedient, disciplined. Be cheerful and happy always. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye till I meet you in the next part.